Really, really tough game, especially after the way the guys fought back. Thought our guys showed really good resilience fighting back. The zone helped us on the defensive end, stabilized us some, brought really good connectivity to make things challenging on them to allow us to come back. But obviously, I think whether it was early in the game, whether it was overtime, different moments in between, we had way too many possessions where we're just not playing with what I would call flow. We're tight, we're hesitant at times. Some guys are unsure. So that's the biggest thing for me, is to help the guys with that. We're 17 days into the season. There's been a lot of basketball that we've played. We're really disappointed with the 3 games we've lost. But at the same time, our focus has to be on improving and, finding a pathway for us to be successful.
17 seconds left in regulation. You guys don't get a shot off against that zone defense. What fell apart execution-wise in that stretch?
We didn't shoot. I mean, that's, we ran an action for Chase to get him into the paint. He got deep in there. We wanted to get the last shot, so we, you say 17 seconds, but you don't want to shoot at 15, obviously with the score tied. Because the worst-case scenario is you shoot early and then the other team goes down and gets a shot. But Dayton deserves a lot of credit. We threw the ball out to NJ. He didn't feel like he had a shot. Then he swung the ball. Ben didn't shoot it. They covered it well. Obviously, if we can go back, we do something different. But the game's not won or lost on that one possession. There's so many possessions prior to that, and even some after that we can be way better.
With the struggles early in the season, I mean, your guys' way of doing things is going to come under scrutiny. People are going to say Marquette should have gone to the portal and got an experienced guy. I guess, how do you respond to that criticism?
Are you saying that?
I'm not saying that, no.
Well, then I don't really need to respond until someone says something about it. I mean, listen, we've had a lot of success around here. The way we've gone about things, it's not new. What is a little bit different right now is, we've had in the last couple of years 6 guys exit our program that, before you even talk about them as basketball players, who they were in terms of teammates and leaders and culture builders, we're responding to that. I mean, we're having to react and grow from that. So yeah, absolutely, we could have, gone and recruited someone that was older, may have had more experience. And absolutely, it's really easy to practice resulting right now. But honestly, when the ball's up in the air and we're playing basketball, that's really not what's winning or losing anyone games. It's about how connected are you as a team. Again, I have to help our guys play with more approach goals and more flow together. We certainly have a group of guys that can win a game like tonight, whether we went in the transfer portal or not. But listen, I've been doing this a long time. Criticism comes with the territory. But again, I think if you look at the way that our process has gone in the time we've been here, I guess you can still criticize us now, but I think it's been pretty good.
There's going to be a lot of talk over the next couple of days. How do you not let that seep into the Al McGuire Center or get into your players' heads? How do you, as a coach, sort of keep the outside noise out?
Well, there's always a lot of talk. I mean, there's been a lot of talk. There's been the question Ben asked. I've gotten that question, all summer. That was the only question anyone wanted to ask at media day. The reality is this: We believe in a growth mindset, which says I can and will grow from any experience. 99% of people out there believed in a fixed mindset, which says the last experience defines who I am and it's not going to change, all right? Including most of the media. That's fine. You guys have a job to do. People on social media are allowed to say whatever they want. I've coached guys here in the past that people said weren't any good, that are playing at another level right now. So, we're going to focus on getting them better. First and foremost, helping them be more sturdy as people, because the people part and the basketball part is connected. Nobody really cares about that, when they're focusing on results. That's okay. That's just part of our way of doing things. And I think our guys appreciate that. We got some hurt guys right now in the locker room, some very hurt guys because those guys want to win. How do we keep them from focusing on outside noise? I'm a big proponent of every player, every coach having a social media policy. I certainly have one. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what is said outside. It matters what we do. I can promise you our guys will be terrific tomorrow in their response. They'll be terrific on Friday. The key is on Saturday when that ball goes up in the air, can we be connected around going after winning and let go of the avoidance to make a mistake or worrying about what different people think, because I think that definitely affected us tonight.
Dayton came in averaging less than 10 turnovers per game. You forced 25 turnovers. Did you see something on film you could exploit, like defensively?
It's just how we try to play. I thought that was when we were at our best, was when we were getting our hands on the ball. This was one of the higher deflection games that we've had that we did not win. I think we had like 46, 47 deflections. Usually when you have that many, it shows you got great activity. But I would say overall, defensively, there was a lot of mistakes, but we stopped them enough to win the game. But offensively, you can't score .91 points per possession. And the combination of some of our avoidance, some plays that were halfway, where we shot and didn't all the way shoot, we half shot them, and some plays where we just didn't make the right play against the zone, turn the ball over. They had 25, we had 20. So in a game like today, the differential for us to win needs to be larger.
What more do you want to see from your starting big guys, BG and Caden?
Well, I thought Ben got better later in the game. He had a tough first half. Just being the best version of them. Caden, he so wants to do the right thing for his team. He's grown, he's improved, but we need more from him. He had 6 and 6 today, and it's in 17 minutes. If you win the game, you feel like, hey, that's a good contribution. But we need more from him. We need him to go score on that possession where he traveled. He had a littler guy on him. He's so unselfish that sometimes his default is to look to pass, but we need him to go score and be aggressive. Just physicality from him. Ben has rebounded the ball well this year, but as a senior, we need him to assert himself even more. And he needs to get in the paint more with the ball. Obviously, in the Maryland game, he missed a couple, but those are the type of shots we want. We don't want him shooting 80, 90% of his shots from three. He's a good three-point shooter. We want him to shoot some, but he can get in the paint more.
Do you have an update on Sean and his shoulder?
No, Homer asked me that too. There's really not much of an update. He's still in a sling. He's not going to be back for a while, but fortunately, our trainer and doctors feel like it's a matter of weeks, not a matter of months. So, he's in the rehab process. We don't know exactly. It's a type of injury that, they feel like kind of heals at different times, but it's going to be some time. So, for us, we need to continue to grow and learn how to win with this current group that we have. Obviously, there's a lot being put on NJ. I thought he did some really good things at times tonight. I thought there was a couple times where, the moment got the better of him and he lost some poise, but that's what you're going to have with a freshman out there. But I love that kid's passion for winning. He's in the locker room in tears right now. Listen, if people don't feel like the guys in our team are guys that can win for Marquette, then it's incumbent upon us, not just our players, but me as a coach, our job's to do something about that. And I've been through that before with other guys that have changed people's minds, and that's what it's our job to do. But more importantly, go after winning. We're not in this to, gain popularity. We're not in this to, have people say we're good. We're in this to win. And we've had 3 really, really tough losses in the first 17 days of our season. We have to own that. We have to look that in the mirror and understand what created those. It was different for each of those games, but what we have in common in those games is we have to be better.
Hi, Coach. In all 3 of your losses so far, 3-point shooting has been a pretty stark concern. How could you guys have improved on your approach to that facet tonight that you'll be looking to improve on in the coming games?
Yeah, honestly, I think that with the makeup of our team right now, like a lot of teams in college basketball, and the way that people guard us, probably most importantly, we're going to have games where we shoot a lot of threes, and we'll have games where we make a higher percentage. Tonight, not quite good enough. I think the first thing is if you shoot. You can't half shoot it. We had a couple tonight that, it's like, well, maybe I should shoot. Probably I should shoot. No, it's got to be, you got to let that thing go. And then from there, it's a growth mindset of getting better. Like these are guys that can, Nigel James, Chase Ross, Zayd Lowry, Ben Gold. These guys that can make shots, and we've got to help them keep getting better. We got to create as high a quality shots as those can be. I would bet you if you took just the shots where we touched the paint first, we're shooting a higher percentage on those from outside. So that's a clue for us. Get more paint touches and then create those. Because Dayton literally tonight had the big guy standing at the basket. All right. So, there's times where we try to have Caden clear him out like a solar eclipse. But short of that, he's going to be standing there to try to block your shot. And that means you got to spray it out to the open man, and we got to step up with confidence and make them. But there'll be games where we do, and we shoot the ball really well, and we win a game like tonight. And we'll say, hey, those guys stepped up and made those shots. It doesn't make sense for me through 6 games to say, hey, you should shoot less, you should shoot less. It's more about the quality of the shots and then the discipline and the mentality you take when you take the shot.